Charlene. I was going to do a big intercession thing because all this troubling Vegas deep state events and also burning up my people, yes, in California. Can take it no more. But I just saw these postings. I couldn't believe people are just so smart. What I'm saying is, obviously, if they don't buy into the mainstream media, they have to dig in the information. This is about the Vegas shooting. I had a video questioning why was this John Beilman killed? Was it FBI to shut him up or the CIA? Because he was the designer, so-called the detonator designer of the lithium battery that when he was working for the Ultralife Corp. This is, I'm talking about the Vegas, the scene, the whole deep state. I can't believe people just like, whatever, go on to their daily lives. The biggest bloody massacre of American history. In fact, they use the gunship. When I say they, the deep state, George Soros, and those who stand to profit from the blood money. Now I even wrote just my thoughts. I put it on paper, well, not on paper, on the comments, because this guy, I think Urban Moving, sent me a video. Oh, stop that, be quiet. Got this crazy street back there. He sent a link of the video by John Beilman. I still didn't get it. I see that he has a big yard. So John Beilman was the developer or the inventor of this lithium battery that's used as detonators, supposedly by the military or Navy SEALs, and it's a non-rechargeable battery that was found, so-called the paddock scene. When I say the paddock scene, it's just the story did not match up with the Las Vegas mass shooting by this 64-year-old guy. Of course, we know by now they can't fool us. It was a total inside job, because as soon as the Yahoo News, was quoted by Hedgestone and Your News Wires Daily, that the CEO of Mandalay Bay, Jim Moran, and also Soros and these evil people benefited so much money. And that always goes true. It's the same formula, right? Follow the money, and we know that now they made so much money. So I just kind of want to fast forward a little bit, right, from compiling the evidences, and someone that wrote me and said, the organizer of this Harvest 91101 was live entertainment. You see, the bad guys want you to know, because they're just laughing. They have so much power. The Federal Reserve, they actually just like putting the handprint, like Zorro. They want you to know that they did it. So the cover-up is actually really not a cover-up, because it is so obvious, and they don't care. I'm talking about Jim Moran and Soros. They don't care that that they're bloody massacred for satanic ritual. Right in front of the Luxor, which the Jim Moran, the CEO of Mandalay Bay, founded the Luxor, and also the Enlightened Society for Global Transformation. They want you to warm up to the idea, and the logo for it, I saw it with my own eyes. Go Google that. Global Enlightened Society for Global Transformation has that huge pyramid, and of course the eyes always shooting to the sky. They have this light going on there. It's not superstition, it's a ritual, satanic ritual. Oh my God. Again, this is astonishing to me, because I think that somehow my eyes are suddenly open. I mean, I should be ashamed of myself being a believer all these years, and listening to, so many people say, oh, this conspiracy, and I always sort of just mocked it a little bit. I thought it was entertaining, but I just go, oh yeah, sure, right. There's this Masonic temple and you know, all that kind of stuff. Because everybody I tried to tell me the Rothschild, you know, they're behind this globalism, and so is the Soros. So, but now it's just so clear. It is so clear to me. And the script was produced, and again, I'm just saying, you know, now from my perspective, it would be a scripted production. It has to be a script, you see, because they try to pull this off and not pull out of thin air. And who else could have been best producer? My speculation on that was it was Harvey Weinstein, because immediately, you know, the deep state pulled him down. Because I think he might have screwed up. You know, when I say screwed up, the timeline doesn't match, and just seemed like, you know, it was so chaotic. And it doesn't just seem like chaotic, just like the police could not get their story straight, and this Lombardo was like scared shitless, right? When he goes out there, he had to try to make up the story every day, and at first, Jesus Campos, so they use, when I say they, I mean the deep state. They got this character, and they had the script. Okay, we set up a savior, your savior, supposedly Jesus Campos, and you know, nobody knows this guy. He's not even licensed to practice as a security guard. So it's a bad cast. But they put that character in there as the good guy, because like I was saying to you, like a Hollywood production, there's always heroes that come on the scene, you know, like the Mission Impossible, like everything is executed to the T, the car should fly over the river, and then boom, there comes your, you know, the hero guys to save the day before things blow up. So you know what I'm saying. So Jesus, supposedly, remember, according to the Las Vegas, the police chief Lombardo, first he came on the scene after Paddock start boom 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 shooting, supposedly. But again, this is all they put in your imagination, because not one shred of picture evidence of Paddock was even in there. You know, I don't even know who the so-called the dead body. That could be an actor, God knows. And it's just hilarious. I mean, it's sad, it's scary, but it's hilarious. They say, oh yeah, Jesus came on and he got shot. This guy Paddock shot through his door 200 rounds, and Jesus got shot in the leg. But then I guess he was fine. He didn't have to be in the hospital. Remember? He left the country. He could not be found for a while, and then he left. Now he left the country. He's from Mexico. So I think he just a temporary hire for this show. I call it a show. That's why. Oh, so my thing was saying that's why they used him as supposedly hero, but they cannot help themselves. They, meaning the evil people, the Satanists, the devil, Soros, George Soros. They can't stand the thought of Jesus being our savior. So they actually came out and mocked him, and they don't care if you know. Mocked him by saying, this is your savior. Supposedly he should have stopped Paddock. Otherwise it would have, he got a bullet in his leg. Otherwise Paddock would have killed some more people. But then, no, they changed the story later. Lombardo officially came out and changed the timeline, said we changed the timeline. So you think they screwed up. They want you to know that Jesus is a failed savior. Because then they change it to say, oh, Jesus didn't come on the scene after Paddock started shooting. You see, you see what I'm saying? See, the message is, it's so clear. It is so clear now. You can't, like, you have to be deaf and dumb and, you know, totally stupid and not see it. I'm just saying that I am not the sharpest. Oh, sorry, I was eating something just now. Not the sharpest hoe in the shed. Right? Not the sharpest instrument, whatever. But even I get it. Because then they change the story and say, oh, Jesus is really not your savior because he didn't come on the scene during the shooting of Paddock. But this is all made out of Paddock shit. Anyways, he came. But this is important to them. You have to understand that this Jesus Campos is not he's a failed savior. He came on before Paddock started shooting. That's why they changed the official timeline. And he took a bullet in the leg. So, to them, it's a live entertainment. This whole place was set up. You've seen the footage, right? That right in this Twin Tower, the symbol Twin Tower, the harvest to them, right? The harvest of what? Souls, of Christian souls. They were really laughing. I mean, as bloody as it was, they had the lights on all these folks. And you can see the bleachers has all the devil horn signs, the big red devil horn signs everywhere. You seen them? And it's right in front of the altar of the Luxor, the Sphinx. And that's not a coincidence. The owner, CEO, dumped all his stocks, made gazillion dollars before the shooting. So they don't care. This guy had a Freudian slip, Jim Moran. He went to a Las Vegas a church service, and I think I saw a little bit of footage, and he's a really good actor. He's like, oh, this is really sad, we're rebound, and blah, blah, blah. But nobody asked him, like, hey, why did you dump off most of your stock before the shooting? But he slipped, Freudian slip, he said, because they're bad actors. I think he's referring to these people are bad actors like Jesus and people on the scene that, I suppose that lead to the firing of Weinstein because, they fail miserably, meaning that they can't cover it up. People already, they have to kill a bunch of people right and left. Even the lady Shumo, that on Facebook, that she was adamant, so they shot her up. Right, she was adamant about the multiple shooters. I've seen the footage, and I believe there's a helicopter. Right, there's a gunship because Vegas has this private business that actually it's called what? Helicopter battle or something. They take you on for a helicopter shooting. I wouldn't say frenzy, a tour or something like that. They charge, I don't know how much money, but you can look it up. And there's the helicopter port right next door. So when the concert started, and you heard ta, 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 that was a chopper taking off, and then boom, 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 boom. That explains why there were people getting shot up, far and near. Also. Cover such a wide area within that short amount of time, from all the way Bellagio and to the concert, I would say ground zero in front of the Luxor. That's where they make that sacrifice. And then the gunship, if you went on their website, is what do you call Las Vegas, anyway, helicopter gunship, they have this bell-fed machine guns, and so if they sweep from that side of the strip all the way down towards the Hooters, a Hooter casino, and that's why, I seen videos, high impact, try to break it down, say why would people dying? Well, because there were footage of at least 16 paramedic trucks or coroner's trucks right outside of Hooters, and the dealers actually. I don't know how she got away with it. She had an interview, but I think they were just uploaded without, being detected by the FBI, because the FBI grab everybody's phone and start erasing. They say, we're going to seize them as evidence and to help us, but then they erase all their footage, camera footage, including the concert workers. So that would explain why there's people shot all the way down there by Hooters casino and all the way up Bellagio, Tropicana. It is a short amount of time, but a big sacrifice is right in front of the Sphinx. So go back to this whole thing that I still don't know why they killed Beilman. That clearly when Urban Moving said that John Beilman, because he was the inventor, he was for Ultralife, and Ultralife Corp somehow got that just below $15 million contract, and nobody's talking about it. That's more than fishy. 49.8 million. So I still want to know: is there a threshold if you go over $50 million a government contract? Because that's tax dollars, right? does that spread some kind of accounting audit, or I don't know, in congressional budget, or you need approval from different level? But if it's below, you know how it is, it's like allowance. Sometimes you go, yeah, okay, so if you spend like $19.99, and it makes you feel better, it's not $20 like the threshold or something like that. So I still want to know if someone can help me out on that. Urban Moving said that John Beilman was killed for eavesdropping. I kind of still didn't get that. I see that he was his house in the Fairport, has a pretty big backyard, and supposedly he wheeled his disabled daughter in the backyard, and supposedly he shot her with the shotgun. And funny, they don't even try to hide. They didn't say they make a mistake. The news even said that. Then he turned the gun on himself and shot himself in the back of the head. I just go, that was not a mistake. You can't possibly use a long gun and shoot yourself in the back of the head. They shot him. Okay, so the question is, why? I don't know why they shot him, because immediately, 48 hours after this Las Vegas shooting, immediately, this a little under $50 million is granted to the ultralife, who invented that detonator. I mean, who sell these detonators, who did not detonate, which did not detonate in this Las Vegas scene. Supposedly, they should have blown it up, and then they wouldn't have. I bet that's why they're bitching when I say they, because remember the time difference of the shooting stop. After the shooting stops, and it was like 70 minutes or something, they go, what the hell is going on? It's like everybody just freeze in space? No, they have to plan the scene. But I think that they were pissed off. When I say they, it's just the script did not go as planned, because it's supposed to be blown up, you see? That's why there was a detonator, that cell phone detonator, that didn't work. So, that's why they were tellurides. They're explosives, right? But again, Pat could probably have nothing to do with this. I don't know. Whatever. It's like, when you're dead, you cannot testify against nothing, right? The lone gunman on the grassy knoll theory. But it's true. They run the same stupid script over and over again. And then it's stupid that we buy into this bullshit over and over again. We have to just know this is a script, and then it went sour. So then they planned, when I say they did not blow. If they blow up the 32nd floor, I even mentioned that. I said that would be stupid if I want to do something, post something this stupid or magnificent. I would do it from the 10th floor at the most. I'm just saying. You're that old. You're not shooting. You're on the casino all the time. You can't be aiming that good. It's just hilarious. And the velocity and the act of whatever, right? The velocity loses the power, right? With even this high power rifle, but with the more velocity, you especially have to travel all the way. It's almost a quarter mile. That's just not smart. I'm just saying, it's a stupid script. So maybe, again, I'm speculating, that's got something to do with the sudden downfall of Weinstein. You have to understand that those are Hollywood elites. They're all in cahoots together. That's why this so-called Ellen, got this big deal. You don't think she made tons of money before the shooting starts? Or they already planned it. This is part of the script. That Ellen DeGeneres had this big casino deal, right? So she was promoting the shit out of it. But as the Jesus thing, that just came to me. Jesus Campos was never intended to be interviewed by the 5 networks. And they were, when I say they, again, it's this deep, evil, deep Soros and all these... Jim Moran and, of course, Jerry Brown just burned up a whole California, right? This is great. So he can give contracts to his buddies, where the fire people just stood around. really just literally let people burn, let the houses burn. And it wouldn't surprise me they use that so-called the EMF, the microwave weapon, and to set those fires. But go back to this Jesus Campos thing. So when Urban Moving said that, anyways, on this video, oh, okay, so they have to shut these people up, John Beilman, and of course Paddock, they want to shut him up really fast. But when Jesus supposed to give 5 interviews, including Hannity, you think that was going to happen? Are you kidding me? You think, I hate to say that, Sean Hannity, they were mocking you as well. They were making fun of you because they got Sean Hannity all like, oh yeah, everybody's like drooling. Oh, okay, we got to interview the only witness to the whole thing. Seriously, think about it. The only witness to the biggest historical murder, mass murder, slaughter, really is an unlicensed, supposedly security guard, has some mysteriously photoshopped with so-called the union, and you know the union boss are in on all this. It reminds you, right? The union, the bosses. Hey, Tony, what do you want to go sleep with the fishes and put him, and yeah, that guy over there. They're all gonna be sleeping with the cement shoes. So I'm just saying they're probably going ha ha ha. All right before the camera's supposed to go on, Hannity, sorry, he canceled. Jesus Campos canceled. This is all a joke to them. You see, they're not gonna let him go on Hannity. Are you kidding me? These are the evil people that who hired this Jesus Campos to be a supposed failed savior, and they saved him to mock him, to put him on this Ellen DeGeneres LGBT, a freak, a joker. They say, here's your savior. Ha 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 ha. If you guys didn't get it, for crying out loud, oh my God, you gotta try to not eat their cereal anymore, because they want to kill you with all that corn syrup shit. I mean, that's why I'm still, I'm just saying, I'm not the sharpest brain, but this is just so obviously, in fact, that they want you to know. Okay, they leave their marks everywhere. They go, aha, there's your Jesus. And that's why he didn't even say anything. I don't know what they fed this guy. Gosh, it was like, the guy blew up like 300 pounds or something. Ellen DeGeneres like going, oh, I'm sure, this is just so staged, even, oh God. This will be the only interview you will ever give on the face of the earth. Because if not, we're gonna fucking kill you. And then next thing, he's out of the country. Remember that they got that update from Tucker that he came from Mexico. He's out of the country. I mean, this guy is he's just a hired hand. This Jesus Campos. So what can we do? I don't know. What can we do? I mean, they're actually killing us. They're killing you. They declare war if you support Trump. If you're a Christian and you're white, you're a supremacist. And so they categorize us together. So now they can sell, how well, I don't like traveling anymore. Just how, much wear and tear. In the airport, they hustle you through this machine, that machine. Now they want to put these machines, and these people are stand to make a lot of money. And this we know, it's coming, right? So-called, you have to give up your privacy, and I think it's scary. It's frightening. It's more than frightening, because why? We the people, we said we had enough of the bullshit of the politicians, so we put someone who is not a politician in office, and they are determined with your money to bring Donald Trump down. They're so determined. I mean, this is just, it's so obvious. It's ridiculous that they're doing this in broad daylight. No, I mean, really, you go, okay, so this Robert Mueller guy, I mean, he's using the Stalin tactics, right? Remember? Show me a man, I will show you the crime. That's exactly what they're doing. Instead of saying that there's no crime, but we have to find a crime. So they're digging into this Manafort thing, and he should be going to jail. I'm saying Miller should be going to jail for leaking again. This came out Sunday about, what's his name? Manafort. Okay, I'm going to stop here for just 1 second because there's traffic out there.